A national employers group is making a new push to increase the female participation rate in the mining industry. The Australian Mines and Metals Association hopes to see women's participation in the industry exceed 25% by 2020. The group is holding a series of workshops for employers around the country, with the first taking place in Brisbane today. The current statistic is that females only make up 15.5% of employees in the resources industry. Well, to discuss how to increase female participation in the resources sector, I'm joined now by Australian Mines and Metals Association Director Tara Diamond. Tara Diamond, why do you think in the first place that the female participation in the mining and resources industry has been so low?
Hi Kim. The reason why it's been so low has been the traditional barriers that have been in place and the preconceived notions that the resource industry is a male domain. In fact, here in 2013, we're finding that that's not the case at all, that resource employers are not only welcoming, recruitment of females, but they're making a lot of changes in their own internal processes to increase productivity, increase innovation, and this involves the attraction and retention of more females.
Are more women also getting involved because things have become far more automated, technical, a lot of computer systems driving our mining systems, and that is work that women can do and are also interested in doing as well?
Well, I would say that women could do all the roles in the resource industry, but you're right, there has been a lot of innovation in the resource industry, but there's also been a large amount of employment growth, particularly here in Queensland and WA, which means that they are industries for females to look to for future job growth, for exciting career opportunities.
And as part of encouraging women into the mining workforce, has it been a lot of changes in the actual policies of companies themselves? They've got to have, better maternity, paternity leave, more flexible work hours, that sort of thing as well.
Absolutely, and we now even see changes that have been around for some time, such as practical things like high-vis equipment being available to females, and now to the extent where their high-vis equipment is available for pregnant females on site. So yes, the point is correct, and what we're seeing over the last 5 years is an increased push from resource employers to have the communities in which they operate reflected in their workforce.
Do you think some of those employers have come to realise that, while, female participation in university sector, for example, is quite high, that they were missing out on some of those highly qualified graduates by not having policies that would encourage women to apply for jobs in their companies?
Absolutely. Australia does so well in secondary and tertiary education, but then we drop dramatically on the global scales in terms of translating that to labour participation, and that's really, really prevalent here in the resource industry. You mentioned the statistics at the beginning. So it is that, but it's also about getting to females earlier in their education to open their eyes about what kind of exciting and challenging career opportunities are available to the resource industry and what decisions they would need to make about their subjects and their interests that would lead them to have the skills and qualifications that would allow them to enter into the resource industry.
Now, you've been participating all day in workshops there in Brisbane, and
That's
a lot
right.
of these workshops are being carried out around the country. What feedback are you getting from mining companies about their willingness, their intentions of increasing their female workforce?
Well, by the numbers of people that are enrolling into the courses that are aimed to assist employers, particularly their HR practitioners and their recruitment practitioners, to look at their policies and processes, but they're coming to our courses in droves because they realise that they need to upskill their people, they need to upskill their line managers and change their policies to not only have policies in place once they have females in the workforce, because they currently do, but how to attract more into the workforce.
All right, Tara Diamond from the Mines and Metals Association, thanks very much for joining us from Brisbane this afternoon.